Welcome back to Bro Stock Supercars. It's AJ and Curtis here, and we have got something incredible today. Where are we, AJ?
We are at Royal Hospital, Chelsea, and right now the car parade has just started. The Hennessy Venom is there, and actually no, Ferrari HRO, they are here with their Lamborghini Huracan Technica, which is behind us. Don't repeat it, Curtis, like last year.
We've got the Fiat 500e Scorpiciano.
We'll come back to the name on that one.
Yeah, we'll do another video on that bad boy. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be walking around, having a look at everything.
We're going to highlight what I
want.
want to look at, and then we're going to highlight what you want to look at, and then you're going to see who's got more class and taste and who doesn't, plus some things that are just really interesting, fun facts.
Well, it's not all about class and taste. Sometimes it's about, wow, that's amazing, or, oh God. And that's what it's all going to be about today. Do we like it? Do we not? And there's going to be something that's going to make AJ look even smaller than he already is. So do stay tuned. Okay.
So we are here at Wiseman, but more importantly, Curtis.
Oh, yeah, just reading me specs somewhere about me. You heard this, right? You ready for this? Hold that thought. You ready for this, AJ? Right.
This is my car.
2.8 seconds, 0 to 100 kilometers. 8.9 seconds, 0 to 200 kilometers.
Okay, the reason why I was bringing to this car was more than just the specs itself. It was because the guy was like, you know what, I want to purchase this car. I love it. I really want to. And then he found out the company was for sale, and he bought the whole company. And therefore, then he made this electric car.
All right, that is. I do wish I would be able to do that. That's quite cool. I will give you that, actually.
But the one thing that I love about this car, the feature that really drew me in more than anything, is the alloy wheels. And having the carbon here and the carbon weave, when you touch the carbon weave cutters, you can actually feel it. You know, it's usually smooth. Feel it, like, feel that.
Oh, yeah.
How cool is that? So, logo itself, do love it. This project is amazing.
These did draw me in, I do have to say, actually. They were one of the biggest features of it. It sort of draws you to here.
My brain can't even
look at the rest
comprehend, like,
of the car.
is this, we can't say it's like forged, but then is this just placed in here? Because like, look, you can,
oh, on that note, we're going to move around to the other side of the car because...
No, but honestly, this car is fantastic. I love it.
AJ.
Loves its rear-wheel drive as well, so therefore it can spin the tyres up. Yes, Curtis?
550 newton meters of torque. I know this all off the top of my head. Dom, don't get this in shot where this isn't here. You know, nearly 2 tons, 1,775 kg. As you can see, I really don't know much about this car. I'm just reading it straight off here, but I do love this car. I actually didn't know about this car before seeing it.
I'm going to be honest,
so.
I know nothing about the brand. I've never seen the brand before.
I didn't.
And on this note, there is one other car that I want to talk about for one fact in particular, so I'm going to make a swift move over there.
But the wing mirrors do look like golf club heads.
Okay, so we are here at Polestar, and the one thing that I have to talk about, all right, I love my aerodynamics, and this is actually very practical. You've got a front wing, like a visual, an actual wing. Kurt, come on,
AJ,
look at it.
AJ,
Look how good
AJ.
it is.
Why are you here? This is the smart zone. You can't be here. That's only for the smart people.
I'll give it you. You're on a roll today.
I just saw that then. Yeah,
No,
this is
but
cool.
seriously,
Yeah.
no, I just think we saw it before, and I always love my aero. And to actually bring it into the front, it makes sense. Like when you consider, I could imagine this on a super sports car in the future because you need that extra little downforce at the front before you turn it into the corner. Anyway, that's it. That's,
just quickly, I always thought
it.
these were very Volvo-shaped cars, but actually this
You
one.
mean that shape over there?
Yes, quite literally that. But these ones have actually added their own shape to it. They've added their own little
You mean they
pizzazz
found
to it.
their own inspiration through their own car company?
What he said. So yeah, quite like it.
I thought you were going to go with more than that. No, you
No,
like
no,
brake
that's
calibers
it,
as well.
yeah.
No, but seriously, it is sick, and I do like the logo itself.
You like that?
We are here with this 964 behind us, and the one thing that I really do love about this
Well,
car...
AJ, it's an old 964 that's been renewed.
I know, Curtis, I know, that's what I was going to say. This is Theon Design, and I was like, how did you come up with that name? Well, actually, he's got a son that absolutely loves the car called Theo, so he thought, you know what, I'll name it that. Plus, also, Theon is God
Is that
of
true?
gods. Yeah, good fact.
I don't
good.
know. I
know.
will actually give you
I was
that.
sticking to him.
I actually didn't realise that.
No, the one thing that I do love about this car is that it's so finesse. There are so many cars doing these companies like Resto Mods and adding in the LED lights and adding in so many things that I feel like is just not really giving the car what it deserves to be. This car is like, it's just finessed. It's perfect. The shape, the form, and the details that we'll talk about right now.
It is finished off very, very well. And I do have to admit, I love the design of this style of Porsche anyway. So
Okay, this is
fact
the
that it's
one
just
thing
new
for me,
is
Curtis.
cool.
If you follow me around here towards the back, the actual rear brake light popping up at the top it's been placed in the top here. You can't even see it. That's what it would be. Because on the car, you'd usually have an air vent there, you close the door and the air would come through. But here, woo,
And the reason they've stuck that is because obviously it's such a low car, you've got the brake lights at the back at the bottom. If you're in a big 4x4 or G-Wagon, you're not going to know this is brakes and you're just going to drive straight over
you mean
it.
if you're driving in London and you're that close to somebody, which you do all the time, then you wouldn't even know, Kurt, would you?
Should be driving faster then, shouldn't they? That's what it is. But talking about speed, actually, this is just over 400 brake horsepower, so it is not a slow machine at all. It weighs about 1,100 kg, so it's light as well, so it's a nippy thing. I think it's sexy. And did you know this? So this is not a sticker. None of this is. All around the car, all of this has been sprayed on, so it is in with the paint. There is no layer, it's smooth.
And as you
clean.
can, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but you can actually see that this is a carbon fibre body, so you can just see the weave under the paint. You can see it now, can't you? You can see it.
If you step back, you can see it very clearly, and I think it's a real cool feature because the whole car is basically carbon fibre. Everything you see on this bad boy is pretty much carbon fibre, isn't it?
Go on the inside.
From behind all of this is carbon fibre, but they just put leather over the top.
The door cards, yeah, no, it's amazing. One thing that you were talking about, Curtis, which was a bit interesting, talking about carbon fibre and steel, what are you on about the Bluetooth?
Yeah.
What are you going on
So,
about?
what we have in here is, because obviously it's all been redone, so they've got the original dials and they've just renewed them slightly, restored them, and then you've got Bluetooth for all of the speakers in here. They wanted Bluetooth, so they kept it very clean and subtle so they weren't over cluttering it. But there is actually a magnet under the switches where you can just stick your phone, and if you've got the carbon fibre, you can't have wireless charging because it disrupts the electrics on it. But if you have the leather base, you can actually have wireless charging as well for
Wait,
this.
so you can put your, you can't
Which
do
is
it on
cool.
this one?
So no, not
So
on this
he
one.
went no.
No, because it's carbon fibre everywhere. So
Ah,
yeah,
okay. No, I would take the carbon fibre, I think, over the, even though having a phone holder like that would be pretty epic.
It would, but I think you're not really driving this for a phone holder, are you? You're driving this because it's a 964 Porsche and it's
I think
absolutely
the one
awesome.
thing over here, there is something about having an engine exposed. It's just, just all-encompassing.
It's got a sexy in it.
You just have that as a desk, literally.
Well, imagine actually if you had a little glass table on top of that. That would be cool.
No, I'm going to open the car now so we can actually see the engine in here, which is actually it's its own little lever case. Like,
Whoa, is that where you do it?
pretty cool, eh?
That's quite cool. I didn't realise that. I will give you that. I really like that. That is cool. Look at that.
Yeah, but come on, look at the fine. Everything's got leather around it. Leather inside the engine bay. Obviously, you can see the exposed carbon here, which is sick, but just the finesse. It's on another level.
Got about 370 foot-pound of torque, this bad boy. And yeah, you know, actually, what I love about this is the simplicity of carbon fibre, leather, and gold, and nothing else.
So what you're actually saying, Curtis, is my pick of the day. This is my pick of the day.
To be fair, I've liked it.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I will give you your pick of the day. It can't be my pick of the day because you chose it, but it's definitely up there, and it sounds badass. I mean, it sounds boss. Like, incredible.
Do you want to talk about your pick of the day now? Are we going to move on to another section?
Yeah, we are going to move on to another
Quick question,
section,
colour.
actually.
What colour would you have the car in?
Me, I would have it in, I know what colour you would go for straight away. You would go for that yellow.
I mean,
You'd go for that yellow.
If you're going to do it, you do it, don't you?
I would go for, was it an Irish green? Irish green. I'd go for an Irish green. which is like a British racing green. I had to just check that then. Yeah.
I think we all noticed that.
Iris
On that
green
note,
with gold as well. So you see all the trim around it. I'd go for a warming gold. I would go for.
look at that.
Yeah,
I
yellow would be would be sexy. I could see you driving that round.
I mean, chaos.
Big,
That-
loud, compensating for your heights.
I know, yeah. Small personal
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah,
Compensation.
yeah. But one of my favourite cars, AJ, we're going to move it straight on, is actually the Rimac Nevera. Just the speed of it is unparalleled. What?
Okay. Let's move on then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
AJ, the electric car that I would have.
I'll give you that
The only one
I
in the
will give
world.
you.
The Rimac Nevera. Let me throw some features at you. Top speed, 256 miles an hour. The world's fastest car and fastest ever EV production car
Yeah.
out there at the moment.
It's just the Newton meters.
Yeah,
2,360 Newton meters. How
It's
can you even
absolutely
process that?
Mental. You'll have to cover my mouth there, AJ, because it really is them words that I just said. Mental. 1.85 seconds, 0 to 60.
Okay.
1,914 brake horsepower. It shouldn't be. It's absolutely mental. It's got more horsepower than a drag car. It's ridiculous. Let's take a little look at it
The
around
one thing
it.
that I do love about this car is actually the carbon weave, which is it's a bit of a fat carbon weave, which makes me quite happy. But the amount of actual aero throughout it, and even like the design of, you can see it's been like cut out. Can you see cut at the engine here? It's like been LED cut out.
Yeah, it's all, everything that's
Laser etched.
well, everything that's gone into the design of this car is purely for the speed and the grip and the downforce. That is what this car is
I feel
built
like the
for.
irony is, like, we're stood next to a Lamborghini over there, but if you come to the side wing, like, I feel like it's got its own little side wings in it, a bit like what, like, the Ultimate tried to do, like, they kind of extended it after
Yeah.
seeing this.
Yeah, actually, to be true, that
I've
is-
got the key so we can get inside, it's one thing.
I actually don't know how to open the door on this thing, to be fair. That is one of the things.
It's it's very simple, but, it's... I'll let you, do you want to get in
Carbon
it? 'Cause I know
fibre
this is your pick.
everywhere. So yeah, this is my pick of one of my favorite cars of the day, purely because I'm not a big EV lover. I understand the whole situation with it, and I understand that we've got to save the planet. I do, but I'm not a big EV lover. I like an engine under my bum, but this thing, purely because of the power and speed, just fell back out of
Look
it.
at the lights. Look at the lights coming on and off. Look at all this.
This is actually
That actually looks like a
amazing.
picture.
This is just unbelievable. I literally love it. Have you seen one of these in a drag race? You're talking about the spec and the power that we were just on about before. Compared to an SF90, now that's one of the fastest quarter-mile cars out there, which isn't a drag strip. This thing makes that look like it's stood still. It's absolutely phenomenal. And the great
I have
thing
actually
about
seen that video. It's a bit scary, but look
The
at
great-
look at-
this- I know.
It's like carbon porn here. Look at it. It's getting bigger.
it is cool, isn't it? But the great thing about electric is it can just put the power down a lot better than conventional cars because of the
Question.
electric motors.
Why didn't it drive in the driver's parade?
I'm assuming because it's either run out of battery or there's a problem with it, but we just won't
I think
about
they've
that.
driven this car fast. Them tyres are not going to say melted, but they've been used.
I
that's
do
for
love it
sure.
though.
I thought you
I
were
don't know
gonna
about
say-
these
what
two
were you gonna
things
say?
though. I don't know about its big two nipples that are sticking out in the middle here.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to go with udders.
No, you can go with udders or teats or whatever you want to call it, but I just feel like, you know, they're just a bit, I feel like I want to touch them and grab them, but they just don't look very appealing for the car. So yes, don't know what the thought process was on that, but bar that, guys, it's up there. It's one of my favourite cars at Salon Privé.
Okay, one
today.
thing, quickly, just before we finish up on this car, it's like it's got multiple wings. It's got wing on wing on wing. Everywhere's just like an extra wing on wing on wing.
Oh, is that what you two were on about, the lights down the side? I love it, yeah.
Yeah, and look, everywhere's just extra wing, extra wing, extra
And
wing.
the lights in here, which reflecting off the side here.
Yeah, can you see this? Come over the
No,
camera.
it's here.
Like,
That's where it reflects off from this angle.
you see that? Like, throughout here.
That's a real cool feature, that
I
is.
mean, DJ, turn up the mic.
How light they are. So if I was to sum this car up, out of 10, for me, because of the capability and the genius that they've done and created such a powerful and fast car, it's a 10. Only electric car out there that I'm going to say is a 10 out of 10 to this point today. That is a bold statement from me, and that is my statement. Only electric car which is 10 out of 10 at the minute.
You stick with your statement.
Would you agree? Would you not agree?
I'm not. I do agree with that.
Name an electric car which is better than this. Because the only reason you're going to buy electric right now is either if you really want to save the planet, or if you want to go fast.
Or you get an old car turned to electric and then you're driving it for a different reason. Ha, got you there, didn't I?
Yeah, but you're driving that purely to save the planet, because you could just buy the original thing and just restore it with an engine in it. Like any car fanatic would want.
Okay.
Why put a battery in it? No noise, no vibrations. The wife's never going to love it. So AJ, just mind closing that whilst we just... So you've been screwed with this. That brings me to two things that AJ won't like about this car. One, how high the bonnet is, and two, he can't step into the damn thing.
No, they have steps for me on this car.
Right. Yeah, took my fingers off there. That bonnet's a lot heavier than this.
It's not soft close, is it?
Joking. Enough about that, then we'll keep that closed. But under that bonnet, it is a monster. I'm going to tell you, there's 775 brake horsepower, about 1,100 newton meters of torque. It'll go from 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. This thing in 4.3 seconds. What the hell? It shouldn't be like that. It's mental.
We are here obviously at Clive Sutton. Every time we come here we get some monstrosity of a machine, and the one thing that is helpful for me is there's a step, and other than that, like, are you okay there?
It's all the blood vessels in my finger. Look at it, it's swelling up.
Okay, we'll come round to the side.
No, we'll come this side.
We go.
Because there's kids and stuff over there. So we've got, let me tell you what this is, Shelby F-150 Super Snake. Look at this. And then you can have an additional step put on there for if you're AJ's height, so don't worry about that. But it is a monster. Wherever you want to go with this, it will take you, and it'll take you faster than anything else. Carbon fibre trim on the inside. It just looks so cool. How does it feel sat in there, AJ? Tell me about it. Talk me through it.
Words can't put into...
Can you see the front of the car?
Words don't... You can't... No. It's more to the point, how far back are you? Like, if you're driving this in London, you'd just be like, I'm just going to take the middle of the road, like... But a lot of our farmer friends would be like, yeah, we'll put it through the business. It's not actually that much if you put it through the business. What was it, 160,000?
This thing.
And then taxes on top, so 220,
I'd say overall. So yeah, 106,000 before tax, 220 after tax.
And then what, 250,000 for fuel bill a year?
Yeah, most probably. But I've just seen this on the side, AJ, and I actually don't know what it is. There's a keypad on the side. So I'm assuming...
I saw that as well.
That you can actually key yourself into this without having the keys. Now,
key yourself in?
Well, I mean, you can
use
unlock
the
car. Yeah, use the code. Now, this isn't unusual anymore because there is a new car out called the Genesis, and it actually has touch sensitivity and Face ID on it. So I want to see if AJ actually, his face can open my face, because on our phones we can sometimes open each other's.
That's why I don't use internet banking and have Face ID, because of that reason, even though he's got a beard.
I can unlock his stuff.
That's scary.
I know, we're not on about that, we're on about a car. Let's bring it around to the back here. You can see underneath you've got the Fox suspension, you've got 22-inch alloys here with about a 5-inch rim on top, so you're not even going to bust up them alloys going off-road, which is mental to say that you got a 22-inch alloy and it just looks like that on this car. Stick that on a normal car, AJ.
Everything about this car, Curtis, is ridiculous. A bit like it ties into yourself, and yes, I knew you were going to pick this car. Outrageous.
I wasn't originally, and then I just stood next to it and I thought, 4.1 seconds, 0 to 60.
You thought, you feel small?
I did, yeah, I did. I got asked one thing. So we've drove the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. How did that, sat in that, compare to the Rolls-Royce Cullinan? Because that's the biggest 4x4.
Rolls-Royce Cullinan may as well be a Mini. It may as well be a Mini. Like, come to the rear tail, like, even sitting, you have to get up to sit on it.
Upgraded exhaust, so this thing sounds like an absolute monster. We can't undo this because it's got all of their stuff in there at the moment. But when you drop it down, it's got soft closing and automatic back up. So typical Americans, you know, like to live the easy life. That's what we'll say.
I mean, woof.
Would you have one, AJ? Yes or no answer right now on the spot. Go.
No.
Oh.
I physically.
All right, cool.
Where am I going to park? Where am I going to the shops? Where am I? my space in my underground car park would actually fit this because I've got a huge space. But nowhere else, it should just stay in the spot.
All right, okay. Let's move on to another car, another pick of the day.
Okay.
Actually, just looking at that, you've got a reversing camera there and you've got a reversing camera up there, I think. You need all of them. Imagine you walking behind this. I'm not even joking. You're not tiny. I take the mick out of it all the time, but you walking behind this, I wouldn't see you without that camera. So a young lady walking behind, you'd be screwed. This is ridiculous.
You can't say that these days.
A young person walking behind, you would be screwed.
Okay, my choice next.
Clive Sutton, you nutters. I love it. Let me bring you to my third and final car of the day at Salon Privé. We have got the Hennessy Venom F5 Roadster, 1800 brake horsepower, top speed of about 300 miles an hour. They just haven't found a road long enough to hit that speed yet. They've had about 271 out of it, so it ain't a slug. Let's just put it
I do
like
appreciate
that.
this, and I appreciate the quality. Like this is one piece of carbon, Curtis. Like all of this. This is just painted. How crazy is that? One. All this, one. The whole.
I do find it very
piece.
mad. It's actually one of the biggest bits of carbon on a car because it is.
How crazy.
Like AJ said, this whole thing. So just imagine if you accidentally reversed it into somebody or someone rear-ended you. That is. That's reselling your house for just the rear end of a car, put it mildly. That's what the price on that is.
Go on, Curtis, sit in it. I know you want to sit in this car. You can get in the driver's seat.
I'll come round. Oh, I do love it. Just the whole element of this is power, speed, aggression, and just over-the-top awesomeness. It's the best way to describe this.
Well, I'm quite intrigued on them seats now because
Right.
they look pretty hardcore.
Here we go. Taking a seat.
Oh, actually, I'm going to get in now. I don't want to
Oh
miss
my
out.
God. Americans just do things right. I am not going to lie. I have so much space in here.
It's built for your size. This is number three.
Take that back, but the people are here, so I can't say anything.
Okay.
The position of your left foot. There isn't a position for your left foot, so you have to left
Maybe it's
foot
'cause you're
brake
too
and right
long.
foot. That's it.
Maybe you're too long.
So, truthfully, the footwell ain't that good. But the rest of it is absolutely fabulous. I mean, the steering wheel is oh.
How do you feel?
It's like a goddamn spaceship steering wheel. I just want to like pull down, and all of a sudden we're going to take off. That's what it feels like.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, I could just look back at that rear all day long and see that fat engine. Look at it. I wonder what it's like under heavy braking though, because you know sometimes when you have a big engine in the back and you've got under heavy braking, it can get that snaking a little bit because of the weight at the back. So I wonder how this actually plants itself down, heavy braking from 271 mile an hour.
And the other thing I've got to notice is the actual
Oh, it's built
mirror
in.
is built in. It's like, okay, one piece of carbon. You can actually spec the full car in exposed carbon, which I know that's something you would do. But
you would have this one in this colour with the yellow. I would actually
would have
expose
it in this
carbon the
spec.
entire car. I think it would be incredible.
I do like the little thing, the little American flag there, and that is Texas flag here.
Yeah, well,
Apologies for my
yeah,
geography,
American
but-
there, and we don't really know that one. We
think
call it
it's
Captain
Texas.
America, that one. But I do love the white, the contrast of how they've done the yellow with the obviously exposed carbon and the white on the interior. Hennessy, you're a badass company, and I love you.
I wouldn't want to hit a pothole though in
love
this
you.
seat though.
No, oh wait, I can't.
What
get
are you
out
doing?
now.
Are you trying to get out?
I was. I couldn't.
At least there's no roof, so you can get out properly. Oh, he's gonna get out. Come on, how you get?
Out of 10.
It's soft close.
That was all right, wasn't it? Should I just leave on that
No,
point?
it's soft close. He
I think I
very
nearly
clearly
just broke
said
it,
it before.
you know? No,
Let's
out of
just push
10
the car
because,
off.
out of 10 I'm going to say because of
Yeah.
the power, the speed, they haven't hit that 300 yet, so I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. That's my rating. It's cool, isn't it?
Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you've enjoyed it today at Salon Privé. What's been your highlight, Curtis?
Pretty much everything, to be fair, truthfully. It's quite a wild event because you come in and there are so many different cars, so many different everything here, from helicopters to hats to motorbikes. It's quite a thrilling
Mine was
event.
that Porsche over there.
I will say that Porsche was very, very nice. I'd say the Hennessy was a pretty badass car, I've got to say, in my eyes.
Smell of that as well.
1800 brake horsepower, no, 18,000 brake horsepower, that'd be mental.
Okay, give us the fact of the video. I know you've got an epic one right now.
Oh, I do. Did you know if you are traveling at an average speed of 60 miles an hour in a straight line, it will take you 28.5 days to get to the moon? Bet you didn't know that, did you? But on that note, thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below on what was your favourite car out of our picks from here.
That's a brilliant fact.
Yeah, it is. See you later, guys.
That's such a pub fact. This video is powered by Food Heaven.
It's all plant-based foods. Go try it out.